Wow, Bella, this looks pretty interesting. 61st Annual Huron Pioneer Thresher and Hobby Association Reunion. Looks like there's going to be some steam machinery there. I want to see this. Well, hi there. Welcome to Bella's Vistas. This is going to be something totally different for me. We're going to a farmer's festival, like steam machines, tractors, all kinds of things. It's going to be wonderful. Here you can see some of the tractors up here on the right. Steam engines. This is what I'm interested in. I want to see steam the way it used to be. Wow, look at the size of that one. Wow, what a big tractor. It's early. People are just getting in. Some things are coming in on machines. Look at these cars and trucks. Wow. Antique tractors, all collectibles, I'm sure. Wonderful things. Lots of new machinery. Wow, old machinery. It's a little plowing match that was going on just a few miles away from the actual event we were staying at. It's pretty interesting to watch these tractors go. There's a lot more work with these. Look, the guy's got to operate things with strings from the front. It's not as automatic as it is now. These machines, wow, I'm loving it. Labor of love keeping these things running too. I'm sure it takes a lot of work and costs a lot of money. Here it's plowing, it's very efficient, but only on a small scale, I guess. I enjoyed watching this. I'm really glad I came to this event. Amazing. I don't really know what these machines are. That I'm pretty sure is a plow. It's interesting to watch. Out in Roxeter, where I like to go, sometimes they use 8 teams of mules sometimes, and sometimes horses to plow. It's altogether different than this. At this event, we're going to see things from steam to diesel. It's just great. I don't think I've ever seen tractors plowing a field before, not a tractor like this kind anyway. I've seen great huge ones in Waterloo County. There you go. Wow, listen to that. Whole field full of tractors and historic machines. These old machines are a bit noisy sometimes. Interesting though. Like the colors on this one. International. Wow. Look at this, a machine for pumping water. This is what it's about for me this weekend, is the steam. There's the governor on the top spinning, and these tractors were made in Waterloo, Ontario, right near where I'm from, a few miles from my house. It's amazing to see how they work. This one has a dual action cylinder. It gets pushed by steam in both directions, so it has a lot of power at a low RPM. Big drive belts on them. That's the opening in front of the boiler. Just look at that in the sunrise. Had a corn roast here. The guy's shucking the corn, and then they steamed it with a big barrel with steam from the engine. This fellow was busy as could be shucking the corn. Everybody brought their own music with them. Love this guy on the string there. That's just amazing. Look at this thing, man. It's hard to believe. Like, these machines are old and they have so much power. And away they go. Just burning wood. Takes a lot of water to fill them up, and it takes a couple hours to get a head of steam on these, as far as I know. Told me, I think, 2.5 hours till it was ready to move. There she blows. I love this car with the little dog in the back. Beautiful. Look at him there, he's so happy. Met these musicians earlier in the day, and then I heard them playing for a little bit. I was on the move pretty much all the while I was there. I was going from one place to another, getting some shots and some black and white color, different things. These guys know how to have a good time. Well, it's getting late in the day. Early morning, look at there. Wow, the sun's coming up. Steam's building. Everybody's back to work again. Takes a huge amount of wood to keep these things going. It's an old diesel machine. This one burns kerosene at all loads. Amazing machines. Different steam engines. There were so many different kinds. Lots of levers to control things and everything. Wow. I really like this little one. Just beautifully painted and everything. This is 1947 model. This is 3 years before I was born. They made this one. This starts on gasoline, has a set of plugs and a magneto and things. So you start it up on gasoline and then switch it over to diesel. It's running on diesel now, and notice there's no smoke at all. The fellow told me it was so well tuned that when it's running, there's no black smoke coming out of it at all, and it has lots and lots of power. When it was getting started up, there was some smoke, but here you go. Look at the power that's got. It's digging up the grass pretty good. He's grading this for a race, a tractor race, so they can see it. I think it's called a tractor pull. I didn't get to see that. I was only there for the first day and a little bit. We had to leave again. Here we go, getting some steam up. I love the little governor up on top spinning around there. That's what controls the speed, the centrifugal governor. This is an amazing little engine. I understand his father built this thing originally. He's got his wagon with water on the back. There he's moving along. He totally put all new tubes in the boiler. I can't remember how many tubes were in it. Here he's getting it lined up to hook onto this machine, a rock crushing machine. And the only way to adjust the pulleys is to move the vehicle one side to the other. See, the pulley jumped off. Eventually he got it all lined up and it was working. I was impressed by the spark catchers on top of the chimneys there, because the farmer wouldn't want to set fire to his fields while he was plowing them or whatever, you know, so they're using wood, so they have a spark arrestor bucket on the top. I don't know how they remember how to operate these. You can see the two steams blasting out there, one from the front and back of the piston. This is a diesel compression engine. Here they're running the sawmill with steam. It's just amazing. You know, you get enough scraps of lumber to run the boiler, I'm sure, so you'd be running it on scrap wood and doing the sawing. Fellas are going back and forth here, sawing the logs. Now, I've seen machines like this before, but never ones that were run from a steam engine. Square the beam up first, get 4 cuts on it, and then they start cutting planks from it. Huge saw blade on there. Those spinning belts can be dangerous if you get caught in there. You want to stay well clear of that. I was behind the barricade when I was shooting all these. I would have liked maybe to get a little closer to the blade, but I was quite safe where I was. It's just a wild machine. Before they had machines like this, they would have had to square the logs up with big two-handed saws or two-man saws. They'd have one guy above and one guy below pulling on this saw, and they'd just saw planks off of the log. You can imagine if you got your arm in there between those wheels and belts and things, it'd be pretty serious. These fellas know what they're doing. See what I mean about the scrap wood coming off that you could use for fuel. It's so smooth, doesn't miss a beat. Just wonderful to watch. Look at there, eh? This is totally different for me. I've never been to something like this before. I don't know what RPM the blades turn. I should have asked somebody about things like that. Again, there's the governor that maintains the speed of everything, makes sure that the things don't shake themselves to pieces. Tremendous power in those boilers, just from heat. This is what we would call a steam shovel back when I was a kid. I had one of these, a machine like that for digging in the sandbox. More gears and belts and chains. There's a little grasshopper. This is a beautiful Mercury. Well, thanks for visiting Bella's Vistas. Please like, subscribe. Come on back again real soon.